Om. I welcome you all to the Chinmaya International Foundation platform. We are going to have a Kalidasa camp on Khanda. In the words of a young scholar, Varun Ranade, I would like to praise Kalidasa in this manner. Shabdashlishtam sarasa sukhadam bhoktumichhami kavyam. Sarvasparsham navarasayutam drashtumichhami natyam. Mandakrantam tarala sukhadam shrotumichhami geetam. Ashadhasya prathama divase pujayeham Kalidasam. So what this camp will offer you? This is Khandakavyas. So Ritusamhara and Meghaduta, two of the unique works of Kalidasa, will be discussed. And because Meghaduta is a trendsetter and so many people followed it later, we are also including Hamsa Sandesha by the great Vaishnava Acharya and a commentator on Sri Bhashya and Ramanuja Bhashya, Vedanta Deshika's Hamsa Sandesh also. You can come and enjoy it here. As in Mrichakatika it is stated, Sangeeta Veena Ivatadyamana Talanusarena Patanti Dharaha. In this Kerala monsoon, the Kalidasa's words will be flowing and you can get immersed into that. Treat it as a monsoon intensive. Please join the Kalidasa Khandakavya camp in the very Adi Shankara Nilayam, the birth home of the great Shankaracharya. Hari Om, Dhanyavadaha. Hari Om. Let us start with an invocation. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviriyam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidyatavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. I just want to make a suggestion. If the online participants, if you are in a comfortable position, why don't you switch on your videos? You may mute your audios, but your videos could be switched on so that I can see your reactions and your glowing faces, if at all they glow. So we have already finished 1 month of this Ola SS. This is the 5th Ola lecture. And I thank you all. There are more than 1350 registrations for this. And there is no barrier to learning, as it is really said. So I'm very comfortable with you. Yeah, thank you for respecting my suggestion. And many of you, I can see your faces here. So last lecture we stopped at a point when Karna says that his horses are nimilitechanaha and Vindubhayaha also niṣshabdaha. So what is all these are like portents, like ill omens at the battlefront. And Shalya really empathizes with him and says, oh, kimmu khalidam wo kashtam. It's a real empathy, real sympathy of Shalya towards Karna. And then Karna, on the other hand, consoles Shalyaraja saying, Shalyaraja alamalam vishadena. And then there comes a very fine shloka in Anushruv, which echoes the Bhagavad Gita verse, hato va praksati svargaṃ, jitvā va bhokshase mahim, tasmād uttishta kaunteya yuddhāya kritanishchayah. There, Sri Bhagavan is addressing Arjuna, and here Karna is saying in the third person, hato'pi labhate svargaṃ. If a person, atahapi, even if he dies, fighting on the battlefield, labhate svargaṃ, he attains the svargaloka, jitvā tu labhate yaśaḥ. And if he conquers, if he wins, obviously he partakes of the fame, that he is a winner, he is a victor. Ubhe bahumate loke, both are regarded very highly in this loke, in this world, and therefore nāsti niṣphalatā raṇe. In rana, in battlefield, there is nothing which is futile, which is meaningless, niṣphala, rewardless. You are rewarded in one way or the other. There are only two options. Either you die while battling, while fighting, or you win. These are the only two options, and both are bahumate loke. Both are regarded in high esteem in this world. So why are you grieving? Why are you sympathizing with me? Okay, the omens are not so good. I am already pressurized. There are so many other things which are bothering me. What will happen? Worst come worst, I will lose the battle. I will lose to Arjuna. But still, Svargaloka is ensured for me. See the magnanimity of Karna's character. This is Bhāsa's pen, which elevates the characters, the so-called, villainous characters in the epic, to a great height that the readers, spectators, they sympathize with these characters. Ubhe bahumate loke. And then he says, these horses, again in the 13th verse he says, these are not like, very ordinary horses. They are very good horses. Imehi yuddheṣvanivartitāśā, hayāḥ suparṇena samānavegāḥ, śrīmatsu kāmbojakuleṣu jātā, rakṣantyamī yadyapi rakṣitavyam. This is a very different verse. These are not ordinary horses. These are kāmbojakuleṣu. Kamboja is the northwestern part of Bharat. Kabul, maybe. We always say Arabi ghode are prasiddha stat. The ghode, the horses from Arab Pranta are very famous for, they are high breed, they are called. So, kāmbojakuleṣu jātā. And what is kāmbojakula? śrīmatsu kuleṣu. This is a very glorious kula. The breed of the horses, śrīmat, it is kantimat, it is shobhayukta, it is glorious. In such high families, these horses are born. They are suparṇena samānavegāḥ hayāḥ. Hayāḥ, hayati iti hayāḥ. Haya, gatau. Haya is to go. Some people derive it from the root ti, hinoti. That is also gatyarthaka. Hinoti iti hayāḥ, hayati iti hayāḥ. So that goes very swiftly. Not simply goes, right? Swiftly goes. Like in Nirukta it is said, aṣvaḥ kasmāt, ashnute advānam iti aṣvaḥ. One who within a fraction of a second, covers the entire path. Ashnute advānam iti aṣvaḥ. So hayāḥ, samānavegāḥ, they have the speed equal to samāna. What? suparṇena samānavegāḥ. Suparṇa is Vainateya Garuda, eagle, and not just any eagle. It is Vinata's son, who is the Vahana of Bhagavan Narayana. So Vainateyena samānavegāḥ ime śrīmatsu kāmbojakuleṣu jātā hayāḥ. Idanim, what has happened to them? And no, these are again one more adjective. Yuddheṣu nivartitāśā. In the battlefield, they have never ever disappointed me. They have always kindled my hope to win, because these are the horses which lead me where I want them to go. Right? So, anivartitāśā, praspurita abhilaṣā, safalita manoratha va, as the commentators say. So, they have never disappointed me. They are always reliable. Such horses, now, we should be in a position to protect them as a rakhi, right? They are rakṣitavyam. They have to be protected by me. But today, rakṣantyamī, I just appeal, let them protect me today. Because I am so helpless, because I am pressurized, because he has already stated about the curse by Parashurama. And secondly, his meeting with his mother, who has taken a promise from him that he will not throw any of his weapons or kill any of the Pandavas except for Arjuna. Okay? And therefore, these two things are bothering him. And therefore, though I have to protect my horses as a rakhi, today I appeal that let them protect me. So this is rakṣitavyāḥ, idanim rakṣitaras samruttaḥ. So this is like a virodha. This is apparently a virodha alankara, okay? But then, and the chanda here is upajati, a combination of Indra Vajra and Upendra Vajra meters. That is jataja and tataja gaga. So this is a mixture of these two meters called upajati, and it is a very popular meter with the poets. So imehi yuddheṣu anivartitāśā, etc. A very good example of virodha alankara here. And then there is, akṣayo'stu gobrāhmaṇānām, akṣayo'stu pativratānām, akṣayo'stu raṇeṣvaparāṅmukhānāṃ, yaudhapuruṣāṇām, akṣayo'stu mama prāktākalasya, eṣabhoho prasanno'smi. And then he says, he wants to build up his own morale. He wants to give courage and solace to his own self. And therefore he says, I have done good so far in my life. So whatever I have given in charity, all that will protect me today. So whatever I have given to gobrāhmaṇa, akṣayo'stu. Whatever akṣayo'stu pativratānām, my wife, her pativratya, akṣayo'stu. Akṣayo'stu raṇeṣvaparāṅmukhānāṃ, yaudhapuruṣāṇām. Let the glory, let the fame of the warriors who never turn their back to the battlefield and always prefer to die while fighting, let their glory be permanent, eternal. So I am joining their fleet shortly. Akṣayo'stu mama praktakalasya. Whatever times have given me, whatever time has in store for me, let that be shashvata, let that be eternal. Eṣabhoho prasanno'smi. See, this is a very unique condition. When a man is depressed, he is under depression, he wants to console himself. No, I am not depressed. I want to fight. I have to gird up my loins and face the situation, what may come to me. Right? And therefore he wants to console his own self, remembering his purva sukrita, remembering the glories, and remembering all the good things which he has done to us, because good always repays in good. And therefore he believes in that. This is in a way our eternal belief in the karma siddhanta. Philosophically, it is the eternal belief in karma siddhanta, and then it says, no, yaśaḥ prasanno'smi. I'm now like sajjeevbhutah. I'm ready to do anything. And what will I do? I will enter, I will pierce the ubhe, the array, whatever the Pandavas have done, and I will go through, penetrate that, and I will find where Arjuna is, and I will accomplish the task which I have promised my friend, Raja. Okay? yaśaḥ prasanno'smi. So let me, gird up my loins and attack like that. And therefore, the 14th verse comes in that line. samānavegāḥ pāṇḍavānām pravishya prathita gunaganadyam dharmarajam cha pativratānām mama sharavara vegaihe arjunam pātayitva vanamiva hatasingham supravesham karomi. As if a person wants to enter a dense forest, the dense forest is ruled by a great lion king. Unless the lion king is killed, the vana is not supravesha for that person, right? So let me do that. I will enter this vana in the form of battle king. Who is the Singha there? Who is ruling? He is Arjuna. Atasingham vanam supravesham karomi. So as one would enter very easily in a forest in which the lion king is no more alive, similarly, I will enter this samānavegāḥ, this yuddha of the Pandavas after killing Arjuna. Before that, what I will do? These are all the gerunds which have been used, and the last one is supravesham karomi. That is a finite sentence. And before that, there are the dependent sentences used in the gerund form, that is tvanta and labhate, using tvanta and labhate. samānavegaḥ pāṇḍavānām pravishya. After pravishya, after having entered samānavegaḥ, that is the view of whom? Of Pandavas. Samānavegaḥ. How is this samānavegaḥ? Akṣayo'stu. Akṣayo'stu, it is very difficult to penetrate, but I will penetrate that, which is sorumapi ashakyam. Tadrisham samānavegāḥam pravishya. That is one act he wants to do, accomplish earlier. Then prathita gunaganadyam dharmarajam cha badhva. Having tied, having captured, having seized Dharmaraja, Yudhishthira. He is not using the word Yudhishthira, he is using the word Dharmaraja. This is in a way to pay his, regard and respect to his younger sibling, who is known for his righteousness, who is known for his dharmikata. So he is popularly known as Yamadharma's son, Dharmaraja. So Dharmarajam Chagadva, and he adds some adjectives also to him. Prathita Guna Gana Adhyam. One who is Adhya, boastful, equipped with Guna Gana, host of qualities. How are these qualities? Prathita, all well known, reputed, good qualities. He is a bundle of all such great qualities, and he has the sartha abhimana for that. Why he shouldn't have it? Prathita guna ganadhyam dharmarajam chagadva. So I will enter this samānavegāḥ. I will seize Dharmaraja. I will not kill him, because I have promised my mother. Okay? Dharmarajam chagadva. And then pātayitva, another gerund, causal gerund. Causal. It is prayojaka gerund. Patitva nahi, pātayitva. Arjuna is not a person, who will call, because he is a very brave warrior, very valiant archer.
So he will not succumb to anything, but mama sharavara vegaihi patayitva. Sharavara, the best of my arrows. In my Banasana, Sharasana, I have preserved best of my arrows only for my target, that is Arjuna. So Shara Vara Vegaiti, with such a speed, I will shower arrow after arrow after arrow on Arjuna that he will be obliged to come out of his ratha. He will fall down from his ratha. The Karna's confidence in his Sharavara Vega, his confidence in making Arjuna fall from his chariot. That much confidence he has. And he, this is in a way admitting the strengths of the enemy. He is not taking it too lightly. Arjuna is not a very ordinary archer. So to make him fall from the chariot, I will have to do my best, my optimum, my choicest of my arrows. I will have to shower one after the other. He should not be given in a chance to breathe in between. With such speed, incessantly, the shower of my arrows should fall on him. Then only jitvā will be accomplished. The three actions, samaramukham pravishya, dharmarajam cha badhva, arjunam cha jitvā, and then I will enter the army or the array of the Pandavas. When there is no lion king alive, you can easily wander, in the forest and do whatever you want to. Similarly, once Arjuna is dead, the other thing, like petty things, peanuts for me, I will finish them off in a second. So, hatasingham vanamiva supravesham karomi. So, the confidence in himself and at the same time not undermining the strength of the enemy. This is the quality of a great warrior. You should not underestimate your opponent. You should know the SWOT analysis, like the strengths and weaknesses and threats and all. So he is doing, in a way, the SWOT analysis in this. So this is again a very beautiful verse, Malini Vritta, and you can easily come to the meaning of it, like reading with understanding. So prasadaguna is also there. Then he says, Shalyaraja, okay, I have resolved that I will accomplish this. For that, Ratham Arohavaha, let us mount the chariot. Ratham Arohavaha. Badham, ubhe Ratharohanam Natayataha. They act as if they are mounting on a chariot. Maybe, while staging the dramas, because Bhasa's dramas were staged, were performed, they are not to be shraudya, they are drishya, basically drishya kavyas. So here we come across, in Bharata's Natya Shastra, we have the stage in two parts. One is Rangapitha and the other is Rangashirsha. And Rangashirsha is on a little elevated portion. Rangashirsha is on a little elevated portion. If you see some of the dance performances also nowadays, on the stage, there is like a platform-like thing, and whenever people want to mount something, they just climb on that, and from there, they are like going in a chariot and all that. Whenever the gods, etc. appear, they also come on a higher level. So Rangashirsha is meant for that. Maybe both of these characters, they are in the Rangapitha now, and Ratham Arohavaha, maybe they have gone up on the Rangashirsha. Shalyaraja, Yatrasau Arjunaha Tatraiva Chodyatam me Ratha. This is the second time Karna is telling this. Yatrasau Arjunaha, Asau Arjunaha. Asau, this Sarvanama here talks volumes. This is not any Arjuna. Asau Arjunaha, one who has, done Digvijaya for Yudhishthira. He is Samitinjaya He has never lost a battle in his life. He has collected so much of wealth for Yudhishthira, for his Rajasuya. This. So many other things, whatever he wanted to signify, these are all suggested in that one sarvanama, one pronoun, asau. Yatra asau arjuna, tatraiva chodyatam neratha, netatte. Gopanna bhikkam yacheni, mahattaram bhikkam yacheni, gokarna, mahattaram bhiksham yacheni. In the Nepatya, he hears a sound, O Karna, addressing him. I see a great bhiksha from you, a great gift, great charity from you. Karna, Asaranya, Aye, Viryavan Shabda. The sound is like very serene. It's not like a yaśaḥ of, O Karna, do something. No, Viryavanayam Shabda. And then there is a beautiful verse in a Sabhavukti Alankara, Shardula Vitridita Vritta, Śrīmāneshana Kevalam Vijavaro Yasmat Prabhavo Mahan Ākaranyasvaramasya Dhīra Ninadam Chitrārpitanga Iva Utkaranasti Mitānkitaksha Valita Grīvārpitagrānana Tishthantyaśvavashāṅga yashti sahasa Yanto Mamaite hayāḥ. It is difficult to construe, not so difficult. Bhasa never writes too difficult verses like Bhagavati. You will come across these difficult verses more in Urubangam, not in Karnabharam. So, Mama ete hayāḥ. These my horses. Mama ete hayāḥ. How are they? Yantaha. They have already started moving because they have, both of them have mounted the ratha. Okay. So they have started moving. Yantaha prasthitaha mama ete hayāḥ. Sahasa, all of a sudden. Ekaeki, all of a sudden. Okay. What? How they are doing? How they are standing? Tishthanti. They have stood. All of a sudden, they have stood. Svavashanga yashti. A is a negative particle. Svavasha, angayashtihi, yesham, te svavashanga yashtihi. Okay? So one who has complete control on their own body. Angayashti is body, sharira, avayava, gatrāni, tanu. Okay? So those who have full control over their body, where they want to move, in which direction they would go. But here my horses have become a svavashangayashti. They are dependent. Suddenly they became dependent on somebody. Those who were independent and were moving already towards the battlefield, Shalya was driving them, right? Yatrāsavarjunaha. Suddenly they stop as if they are controlled by somebody else. They are not controlled by themselves, as if they are controlled by somebody else. And tishthanti, they are steady. They have stood at one place as if chitrārpitanga in the second line, as if they are portrayed and painted in a picture. Chitrārpitanga, as if their bodies have been painted by a nice painter. They have stood there without moving. The painted horse on a canvas doesn't move, right? So these horses have become as if the portraits or paintings of the horses. They are standing still without moving an inch. Already they were yantaha, prasthitaha, but now tishthanti. Again a virodha. See the clever usage of the words. Tishthanti and yantaha, virodha. Okay? And moving horses have become standstill now. So this Viryavanayam Shabda, why they are standing still? Listening to the sound of this yaśaḥ. Viryavan Shabda, Śrīmāneshah, na kevalam dvijavaraha. The yachaka, whosoever he may be, he had just heard the voice. He hasn't seen the yachaka. Okay? Hearing the voice, he says that na kevalam dvijavaraha. He is not just a good brahmana, a best of the brahmanas. Dvijeshu dvijanam va varaha or varaha dvijaha. But Shriman Eshaha. He is Kanti Yuktaha. He is Shobha Yuktaha. Shriman Eshaha. Yasmat Prabhavaha Mahan Akarya. Because his influence, his impact is so much that Akarya, hearing his voice, Mahataram Diksham Yache, that's what he said. Hearing that voice, Asya Ghora Ninadam Akaranya. Is Ghora Ninada Gambhira Ghoshaha. Gambhira Ninadaiva, like a rumbling of sound, like the thundering of the clouds. His voice is so serene, so deep. So hearing that Ghora Ninada, Asya Dvijavarasya, Asya Yachakasya, Ghora Ninadam Shrutva Akaranya, Chitrarpitangaha, Eva, as if, Eva here is Utpreksha, not Upamartha, Utpreksha. He imagines as if they are painted in a picture. And a very picturesque description of the horses painted in a picture. Utkaranaha, Udgatashrotraha, erecting their ears. All the animals, etc. Any sound comes, they erect their ears. They raise their ears. Utkaranaha, Simita Anchita Aksha. Anchita Shobhanani. Or Anchita is Kunchita, like Tiriyak Aksha, Stimita, Niṣphalatā, Animesha, not moving the eyelids at all. Stimita, they are stubbed. So, Stimita, Anchita Aksha, and Valita Grivarpita Agrananaha. Beautiful description. You can visualize the horses in front of your mental eye. Valita Griva, they have turned their necks so that their gobrāhmaṇānām, the front portion of their face, rests on their shoulder, like this. Valita Griva Arpitagrananaha ime yantaha hayāḥ idanim chitrarpitanga iva tishtanti. This is the Bhagavad. You describe in words a visual. This is a word visual, a Shabda Chitra. Okay? Shabda Chitra. So the cloud-like rumbling voice of the seeker, the yachaka, it has made my moving horses stand still as if painted in a portrait. Okay? So this is the beautiful Prabhavakti Alankara in Shardula Vikridita Vitta. And then he says, Puyatamsa Vigraha. Okay. Yes, first Shalyaraja, why don't you call that Vitra? No, you should not call, because this Vitra is not a common Vitra. He is not ordinary Vitra. Dhora Ninadam, right? Viryavanasya Shabda. So he go and call him. Ahameva Ahayan. I will ask him to come here. Bhagavan, Bhagavan, please come here. So he had seen him from a distance. He has heard his voice. Now he invites him on the stage. As I said, asamsuchitam patram praveshayet manche, right? And therefore this is a suchana. Shakra or Indra entering on the stage when Karna suggests that he is, Karna asks him to come, welcomes him there. Tatat praveshati brahmana rupena shakraha. Shakraha tasmat shaknotehe shakraha. One who is able to achieve whatever he wants. Here I may tell these online participants also and those who are here. 2 years back, I think I did one Amarakosha Sarani told by my friend Karangini Koth, and I recited 10, 11 lines of Indra from Amarakosha. It had so many, some 30 names of Indra, and I gave the etymology of every name in that. So that will be available. So you can see for, Shakraha, Pakashasani, somewhere else we have the word Pakashasani. So you can just listen to that video and see that video as well. So Shakraha Pravishati. Shakra will enter in, he says, O Megha, Suryena eva nivartya gachantu bhavantaha. Indra, the Vedic Indra deity, he is the Swami of all the Meghas, because he is the governing deity of the rain phenomenon, right? And therefore the Meghas, they have accompanied him. I mean, we don't see that. The spectators, they don't see. While entering the stage, he just turns back. His escort is the king, is Surendra, the king of gods. So he just tells them, Bhomekha, Nivaratya Suryena eva gachantu bhavantaha. You go along with sun. Don't wait for me. I will come on my own. Okay? You can leave me alone now. So this he speaks in Sanskrit. Have you noted? Viryavanayam Shabdaha, when he hears the voice first, Lokanna Mahattaram Dishkam Yachemi, he talks in practice. Everywhere, when he's talking to Karna, he's talking in Prakrit. When he's talking to himself or to some other people other than Karna, he's talking in Sanskrit. This is a very unique thing introduced by Bhasha. Normally, Prakrit on the Sanskrit drama, on the Sanskrit stage is spoken by women, because Prakritistha Bhasha, Prakrita, and therefore they speak in Prakrit, or Vidushaka, and some characters who are not according to the Adhama, Madhyama, and Uttama characteristics, of the characters given by Bharata. So our category of characters, Cheta, etc., the Dasa, Dasi, they always speak in Prakrit. Indra, Uttama character, basically. But now he has come in the form of a yaśaḥ. So that demeans him, perhaps. That is belittling him, because it is said, Yachanani Purushasya Mahatvam Nāshayati Akhilam Kathari. There is a famous Subhashita. Yachanani Purushasya Mahatvam Nāshayati Akhilam. Why? Sadhyo hi Vishnuhu Vamana Rupa, something like that. Sadhya eva Bhagavan Vishnuhu Vamano Bhavati Yachitum Ichchami. śrīmatsu, when he wants to ask something, when he becomes a yachaka, he becomes Dvar. He becomes a Batu, Vamana. Now here is a pun of Vamana. Vamana is not taking as an avatar. Vamana is a dwarfish person. Butta, Chota. Okay? So, itna bada Sahasraksha, Sahasrapad, Vishnu became so short. So that is yachana. And therefore perhaps, because he comes as a yachaka, he speaks in Prakrit. Otherwise, he would speak in Sanskrit. Bhokarna, he repeats that. Bhokarna, Mahattaram, Diksham Yache. Because the first sentence was behind the screen. Now on the stage, he says the same thing. Karna says, Jadham Pritos Vivajana. Karna is Dhanashura Karna. He is known for his charity, right? And therefore, he is very pleased when somebody asks him a gift. But somebody asks him something, he gets very pleased. Jadham Pritos Vivajana. Yata Kritartha Ganana Mahamadya Loke Rajendra Mauli Maniranjita Pada Padmaha Vitrendra Pada Rajasatu Pavitra Maulihi Karno Bhavanta Mahamesha Namaskaromi Aham Karanaha Eshaha Aham Karanaha Bhavantam Namaskaromi. This is the main sentence. This Karana is saluting you, is like prostrating to you. Okay? Then how is this Karna? He very aptly and very proudly tells about himself. He is Rajendra Mauli Mani Ranjita Pada Padmaha. Rajendra, the best things. Mauli, their shiras, their head. Mauli Mani, the money studded on the mukuta, the kirita, the crowns of these kings. When such kings go at my feet, because Karna is also Angaraja, and there are other lesser kings, they would, out of respect, go down to Karna, and while they are going down, Karna's feet, Pada Padma, his lotus-like feet, become ranjita, become colored by the ratnas studded in the kirita, the crowns of the king. So Karna is not, like not a very ordinary person. He is such a great king to whom other kings go down, and while going down, they color as if the red hue of the diamonds, not the diamonds, the red hue is of Manikya, right? And normally Manikya is studied, the ruby is studied in the crowns in the Madhya Bhaga, right? And there is as if the father gets colored by that Manikya. Rajendra Mauli Mani Ranjita Pada Padma loke aham adya kritartha gananam yaśaḥ. I will become kritartha today in this world because you have come to seek something from me. You are not an ordinary beggar because Vidyavan Shabdaha, he doesn't know he is in the who the yachaka is, he doesn't know that. Okay? So he is just a yachaka, Brahmana Rupana, ordinary Brahmana Rupa Chakra comes. So he says, such a king, such a Karna will today become kritartha. All the goals of his life will be as good as achieved because a person like you is asking something. And then he gives in a pariyayokti alankara. We saw pariyayokti on the first day. Then it's a roundabout speech, aapki padadhuli hamare ghar mein rakhiye, like that. Same thing, Viprendra Pada Rajasa to Pavitra Maunihi. Today, I have got an opportunity. See, till now, the other kings used to bow down to me, okay? And my Padadhuli used to rest on their heads. Now, today, Viprendra Pada Rajasa, by the Pada Rajas, the dust of the feet of a great Brahmana like you, will purify my head. Viprendra Pada Rajasa Pavitra Maulihi Adya Aham Kritartha Gananam Yami or Yata. And therefore, such a king, Aham Bhavantam Namaskaromi. So I just bow down to you. Okay? This is again what Vasanta Tilaka Vritta. And very nice verse, very simple one. Shakraha Atmagatam. Atmagatam, when he thinks, he speaks in Sanskrit. When he will speak Prakasham openly, he will speak in Prakasham. Innu khalu maya vaktavyam. See, somebody is going down to a Brahmana, Brahmana has to bless him. Ashirvachan dena chahiye, right? Innu khalu maya vaktavyam. What type of Ashirvachana I should give? Yadi dirghayuh bhavaiti vakshe, dirghayur bhavishyati. If I say dirghayur bhava, he will become dirghayu. Then what about my son Arjuna? Right? He has to protect the interest of his son. Yadi dirghayur bhaveti vakshe, dirghayur bhavishyati. Yadi na vakshe, if I don't say that, mudha iti mam paribhavati, he will treat me, oh, this Brahmana is not blessing me. Normally, Brahmana is blessed, dirghayu bhava, chiranjeeva. These are the normal ashirvachana when you go down to a Brahmana. Okay? So, I should not be treated as a mudha. At the same time, I don't want him to be dirghayu. Ubhayamapi parirutya, kinnu khalu vakshya. What should I say now? Bhavati, Krishna. Okay, I got something. Prakasham, openly. Atmagatam to his own self. When this Atmagatam, of course, he is speaking to his own self. The dramatic irony is the characters standing next to him is not supposed to listen to it, but the spectators in front are supposed to listen to it. Okay? We are expected to listen to it, hear it, but the character standing next to him is not. So that character will look here and there, and obviously. So, Bhavati Drishtam. Gokarna, and then he says in Prakrit there, Surya iva, Chandra iva, Himavan iva, Sagara iva, Tishtatu te yaśaḥ. Let your glory, let your fame be eternally staying, eternally true as Surya, as there is Surya every day. We can't imagine the world without Surya or Chandra or Himavan or Sagara. Himavan for its height, Sagara for its unfathomable nature, and Surya and Chandra, Surya Chandra Saudhata Yathāpuruṣāṇām. So Surya and Chandra, we can't imagine the world without these two, right? And therefore the eternity, the shashvatata of Surya Chandra, the height of Himavan, and the gabhiratva of the Sagara, let that all be there in your glory, in your truth. Tishtatu te yaśaḥ. Karnābharam, Karnabharam jirvā. Because that was a common ashirvachana, right? And that, I mean, whosoever, if you go down to a Brahmana, salute a Brahmana, Brahmana is, in the Dharma Shastra it has been stated that the Brahmana's ashirvachana is always Chiranjeeva or Jitvā. Karnabharam jirvā. Athava, okay, this is also good, what you have said. Let my glory be eternal, permanent. That is also very good for me. Why? Very beautiful verse again. Dharmo hi yatnai purushena sadho bhujanga jitvā chapala nripashriyah tasmat prajapalana matra vidna ateshu deheshu gunādharante. Ateshu deheshu gunādharante. Even if the bodies are dead, they are no more alive. Gunaha dharante. The gunas, the qualities, the virtues, the yaśaḥ. Body may not, because it is panchabhautika. Nāsti tesham yaśaḥ jara marana jambhayam. Yaśaḥ, the yaśarupi sharira, doesn't have the threat of old age or death. It is only this Mrṇmaya Sharira which has the threat, fear of old age, getting old and dying. But our kirti, our yaśaḥ, is undecaying, right? Ateshu deheshu gunādharante. Then he says, like, dharmo hi yatnaihi purushena sadhyah. Purushena dharmaha sadhyah. Yatnena, deliberate, with various sort of efforts. A person, Purusha is not, Strī and Purusha. Purusha is a human being, okay? Don't go for that feminist approach. Why not Striya and all that? So Purushena dharmaha sadhyah. Dharma is to be accomplished by every human species with strenuous efforts, as far as possible. Yathā shakti, yathā mati sadhyah. Because whatever glories you enjoy, the empirical glories, the empirical wealth, which is termed here as nripashriyah, the royal wealth, nripashriyah, bhujanga jitvā chapala. They are as fickle, the empirical glories are as fickle as the tongue of a snake. Bhujanga jitvā chapala. Not steady even for a moment, not steady even for a second. So bhujanga chapala, bhujanga jitvā chapala, even nripashriyah, the royal glories. That means all the empirical wealth, whatever you get, the mundane wealth, it is all very fickle, very transitory. Then what is permanent? It is only the dharma which you follow, and thereby the name which you get. That alone is eternal. Tasmat prajapalana matra buddhya. Therefore, what you can have to do is prajapalana matra buddhya dharmo hi purushena sadhyah. Therefore, with a desire, with an objective of prajapalana buddhi, this person has come as a samānya yācaka. He is one of your subjects, one of your nara, and therefore prajapuruṣa, and therefore you have to fulfill his desire. Okay? So prajapalana matra puruṣa dharmaha yajnaihi puruṣena sattvaha. All the other things are very fickle, only this thing is permanent. And therefore, my kirti for me matters more to me than anything else. So whatever you want, Bhagavan kimichasi, because he has already stated mahattaram diksham yaci. I want a great, great gift. So Bhagavan kimichasi, imaham dadami. It's not that what you want, what should I give you? First he asked, what ichhasi, what you desire, what you want to ask for. And then he said, no, what should I do? Okay. And then he again says, Mahattaram Diksham Yache, the same Palupada, Mahattaram Diksham Yache. Karnashwas, yes, sure. Mahattaram Diksham Bhavate Pradasi. I will give you whatever Mahattara Diksha you want. Shruyantam mad jitvā. Listen to what all I have. From this, you can choose anything. What should I give? Shall I give you 1,000 cows which are decorated, their horns decorated with gold, and they are payasvatihi, and very nice karuna, very good looking, and this and that. Gunavat amrita kalpa kshiradhara vivarshi vijavara vishitamte truttavatsanuyatram tarunam adhikamarthit prarthaniyam pavitram vihita kanakashringam go sahasram dadami. Shruyantam madhivava. He is the king. Shruyantam madhivava. But all I possess, I can give you this. Go sahasram dadami. I can easily give you the 1,000 cows, a group, vrindam. Okay? Vihita kanakashrungam go sahasram gavam vrindam dadami. How is this gavam vrindam? Vihita kanakashrungam, which, the shrungas, the horns of which cows are decorated by gold caps, the golden caps. This thing we come across in Kāmbojakuleṣu Upanishad in Raja Janaka's court, Yajnavalkya Janaka Samvada, and there Janaka has given an open challenge that one who wins in the Shastra year can drive the cattle, with Kanakashrangan, with the Sahasra. And Yajnavalkya, he feels that, there is none other to compete with me. And he tells his Shishyas, why don't you get all these cows, to our ashrama? And then Gauri comes forward. Not until you defeat me. Then there is a Gauri Yajnavalkya Samvada, very beautiful. So Kanakashranganditam go sahasram. Vihita kanakashrungam pavitram. Of course, Godana is the Mahatdana. Godana is always regarded as a Pavitra Dana. Then Karuna. This Go Sahasram is Karuna, not very old cows which won't be giving milk. This is Karuna Go Sahasram, okay, all young. Then Truttavatsanuyatram. They are followed, this Sahasra, this group, this herd of cattle will be followed by the calves. Vatsa. How are the calves? Truttavatsa. They are always satisfied. They are satiated first by the cows, by feeding them milk, and then the milk is used by other people. So, Truttavatsanuyatram, ruchitam, that you would love to have. And Gunavat amrita kalpa kshiradhara vivarshi. And this will be giving, oozing out, varshi, showering, oozing out, kshiradhara, the streams of milk, like kalpa amrita. In quality, Gunavat, or Gunavat can go with Go Sahasram. Gunavat can go with Go Sahasram. How is the Go Sahasram? Amrita kalpa dhara vivarshi, which will ooze out, which will give you milk, as sweet as. And there is one more adjective, adhikam arthik prarthaniyam. Arthi is yaśaḥ. Arthaha asya asti iti arthini nama yaśaḥ. One who has some interest, one who has some objective to get fulfilled. Adhikam, whatever he wants more. Prarthaniyam, asking more. All that also I give you. I mean, I will give you the Gosahasra, which is Karuna, which is young, which is followed by the satiated gods, which gives out or oozes out milk as sweet as Amrita, and whatever else you want over and above this. So this is the meaning which is given by Baldev Upadhyaya. Yat prarthaniyam adhikam annadhanyadikam. If you want anything more than the Gosahasra, annadhanyadikam, tadapi vishesham pradadami. That also I shall give you. Simply, I mean, annadhanyadikam has no reference here anywhere. All the adjectives are the epithets of Gosahasram. So just have it. Yachakaihi, arthilihi, prarthitam, adhikam Gosahasram. If one sahasra is not enough for you, I will give you more than 1,000. Adhikam Gosahasra. 1,000 cows I promise. If you want more, I can give you more. Because all these are the concepts of Gosahasra. So I think annadhanyadikam, why bring that unnecessarily here? Let it be the Gosahasra only. So this is again a very beautiful verse and giving you the his vidhava, his glory that I can give you. Vam Sahasram. Gosahasramiti. Okay. You promised me of giving Gosahasram. Okay. Listen. Mulkatam kshiram pibami. I will drink milk once a day, twice a day. How much milk I am going to drink? Right? Nature. None. I don't know. Gosahasram. Okay. Mulkatam kshiram pibami. I will drink milk. How much milk I am going to drink? A poor fellow like me. Nature. In nature, oh, you don't want this. Idamapi śrīyatā, madhūvah, my glories, my wealth, idamapi śrīyatā, pravituraga samānam sādhanam rājalakṣmyāha, sakala nrupati mānyam, mānya kāmbojakuleṣu, sugunam anilavegam, yadyapi sapati bahusahasram, vājinām te dadāmi. Vājinām sahasram te dadāmi. Ashvanam sahasram. If you don't want Gosahasram, okay. Ashva sahasram. Sapadi, immediately, now itself. Sapadi. And not one sahasra, bahusahasram. Vājinām bahusahasram. Again, Vaji. Vajaha, nama balam, asya asti, iti vajyam. Even now we measure horsepower, right? Power is measured like horsepower engine, how many horsepower? So horse is the emblem of power. Okay, Vajapaya, in fact there is a Vajapaya Yajna also in the Vedas. Of course their Vajam means Annam, because Bala you get by Annam and Paya is Pan. So there it doesn't mean Vaja as Bala, Vaja is Annam in Vajapaya. So this reminds me to give you different names of Ashwa. Okay. There are so many different names, almost I think 50-60 names of Ashwa are there, not in Amrapurusha, but other Medini and others and other things also. So very interesting how they are named, with different word derivations. I told you about Ashwa, Adhanam Ashnute iti Ashvaha, Hayati iti hayāḥ, then Vājam asya, Vajaha asya asti iti Vājim. Then there is one word which wherever somewhere it has come, kāmbojakuleṣu. Here it is kāmbojakuleṣu, they have seen, they have said. Horse is also called Saindhava because Sindhu is Sagara and is born of Sindhu, Sagara. If you know, he is also called Amrita Sahodara. In the Chaturdasha Ratnani and Chaturdasha Pratidinam Kuruvantu Mangalam. There is horse also Uchchaishrava coming out of the Ksīrasagara Mantana. Lakshmi Kaustubaparijatakasuraganam Karishchandramaha Gavakkamagubha Sureshwara Dambhadi Devangana, and this akṣayo'stu also coming. So his Lakshmi's Sahodara, his Amrita Sahodara, these are all the names. And one common name in Bhashayam, we call him Ghoda. In Hindi or in Marathi, we call him Ghoda. That is from Bhotaka. Bhotaka is a Sanskrit word. Kāmbojakuleṣu, that is kāmbojakuleṣu. And Gutta is to turn your griva, like Valita we saw that. So, Gutta parivartane, Guttati, Nama, Tattva, Punaha Pratyagacchati Tvaraya, Iti Bhotaka. One who goes and then immediately turns back, because the body of Ashwa is not as heavy and bulky as an elephant, and therefore we can quickly turn and come back, like the race horses, right? And therefore Gutta is parivartana, and parivritya pratyagacchati tvaraya, and therefore turaya gacchati iti turagaha, turangaha, turangamaha, so many names. And the best of the breeds of best of the horses come from Kabul, okay? And therefore he says, I will give you bahusahasram vajana, as many thousands of horses as you want. Ravi Turaga Samanam, they are as good as the Sapta horses. Sapti is again the name of a horse. Saptayaha yasya, one who has 7 horses, that is the sun. He yokes 7 horses to chariot, right? These are the 7 colors. So Ravi Turaga Samanam, these horses they can move with as much speed as the Ravi Turaga. Sadhanam Rajalakshmyaha, horses, the Ashwadala is treated as the sadhana to gauge your royal glory. How much royal glory you possess, it depends upon how many horses you have, how many elephants you have, right? So sadhanam Rajalakshmyaha, sakala nripati manyam, manya kāmbojakuleṣu. All nripatis, all kings, they regard horses, to great extent. I mean, they respect horses, because to have many horses in the army, that shows your power. Manya kāmbojakuleṣu, they are born in the illustrious, known, reputed Kambojakula, Sugunam, with all the gunas, Anilavegam, Marutapillavegam, they are as speedy. Earlier we saw Vainateyam, suparṇena samānavegāḥ. And yuddheṣvanivartitāśā. Yuddheṣvam apadanam. Apadanam is karma, prashastam karma. Whose karma, whose vidata, whose shaurya has been seen in the yuddha. So these are not the horses which I bought yesterday. They have been proven, they have been tested, and they are very good. They have proved to be very good horses even in the battlefield. Yuddha drishta apadanam. Apadanam nama avadanam. That is prashansitam karma yesham. Yuddhe drishtam tadrishaha vajinaha. Tesham sahasram bahusahasram dadami. Suryāsvaturyam nirpastriyah karanam sarvanripatimaniyam kāmbojajatam kabulpranta samīchīna gunayuktam. This reminds me to tell you that, as we have Ayurveda for human beings, there is Ayurveda for the animals. And Nakula, one of the Pandavas, the 4th Pandava, was a great expert of Ashwashastra, and there is a Ashwayurveda assigned to Nakula. There is a Gajayurveda also, Gajayurveda also by Palakapya, Astyayurveda or Gajayurveda. I would like to tell you a few years back, while I was in Mumbai University, we had organized a seminar on Shastra, the birds and animals in Sanskrit literature, and the book has been published. It is available on Amazon. So those who are interested, you can know, for more details, you can see the articles by different scholars on Ashwa, Gajra, Gavayurveda. There is an Ayurveda for the cattle. Okay. So when I say sugunam, what are the gunas of horses? Horse should not sit down. I mean, horse should not sleep. Sleep while sitting, or sleeps while standing only. If he sits down, he is gone. And these are the qualities, the characteristics, the virtues of good breed of horses. So Sugunam reminded me of that Yadyapi. You can see that book if you want to. So yuddheṣu yeṣāṃ parākramadikam prashastam karmo nam apadanam drishtam tādrishāṃ vājināṃ bahusahasram te dadāmi. And then he says, Ashva it is. Okay, Ashva. Muhurtam arohami. I will ride once in a day, twice in a day. What do I do? Niṣphalatā. What does he want? Let us see. Next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnāt Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevāvaṣiṣyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. One thing I wanted to tell you all that the Kalidasa video you saw today, that was shot earlier, and the camp is happening on 23rd and 24th of July, and this is a 7-hour camp, though it is intensive in 2 days only. It is a 7 days camp, so people will get hato'pi also if they want to. So the teachers, I appeal to the teachers, if you want an hato'pi certificate, that can also be given. Faculty development program. So 7 hours minimum is required. So we are completing 7 hours of talks. Hari Om. Dhanyavad.